What's up, guys? So I'm getting started on making a new Storm punk rock style. So I just want to show you all the all the tools that I use and the first steps that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna doing her slowly because I want to make her really nice. So I already got her set up. Got the mohawk right here on this little clip. So she's ready for painting. Also the head right here. Head's already painted. I got it's not painted yet. I mean, I got this from Casting Cave or from the internet, and I already got her sanded down. So all this is sanded down, and she's almost ready. I just gotta kind of do a fine grit on this, and it should be ready for painting. This is just a test head that I did. I showed you that before, and so oils that I use for the eyes, and came out really nice. So just keeping that head there on so it looks nice. But there goes Jessica Jones. All right, so yeah, and these are gonna be the colors I'm gonna be using. Tip: get these little trays. They're awesome. They're really good for when you're painting. They're Mr. Hobby trays. You get them on eBay. These are the colors I'm gonna be using to paint her. I made this color a little lighter than it is, so because the brown that comes in this bottle is too dark, and when I put blush on her cheeks, you couldn't see the blush, so I added a lot of white to it, and I should have added more yellow, but I didn't know back then. Now I know. So about mixing colors. So yeah, I made this color really light. It looks like a light coffee color. So when you use a really light brown, then you can see all the makeup. I'm gonna use a gloss black for the boots and the white for the hair. So now the cool part's gonna be that right, I'm gonna airbrush the figure and all that right here with this. But the cool part is gonna be that these pastels right here that I got about a week ago. These pastels are awesome. They're awesome for shading. So what you do is you paint this white, right, with the airbrush, right? Because white is a really hard color to brush on, and it takes like 3 or 4 coats if you do it with a brush, and it still doesn't look perfect. So I use the airbrush. So once you got that nice white color on it, right, you take a Q-tip, right? Let's make believe this is a Q-tip, and any color you wish, you just take it from the pastels. Now those pastels are soft pastels for sidewalk, concrete, whatever. So get those. Get the ones I have, and you take a very sharp Q-tip, or you can take a regular Q-tip, and just brush a little of the pastel on it, and then just carefully go over the areas you want to shade with whatever color you want to shade the part. Now what happens is once you're done, you can't touch it. You gotta have it like something holding it. You be careful, don't touch it with your fingers. And then you spray it with a varnish, right? Like there's a lot of different types of varnish, so you could use any. I use a flat varnish, and the one I use is Tester's flat coat. So there you go. You could use Mr. Hobby's flat, or you could use Tamiya flat, whatever. Once you spray that, it's gonna blend in so nicely. It's gonna look like you airbrushed it professionally. So it's amazing. It's a really cool trick that I learned from a Gundam Chinese guy on the internet. So yeah, everything's set up, and I'm gonna start making her. This is a Procreate I use. This is a putty that you mix, and this is what I'm gonna use to make the belts for her. So the belts are gonna be flexible. Not an easy stuff to use, so maybe one day if you guys want to know, I'll show you a tutorial how to make the belts, because it's not easy to handle this. This is like sculpting with bubble gum, and it's terrible. It's like, it was awful. When I bought this the first time, I was like, how the hell can they sculpt with this? And you know, since I make belts, it's not that hard, but it's still kind of difficult to manage, even just for a belt. So I don't know how people can sculpt on with this. They use this for like really small little miniatures, so maybe it works for really small scale stuff, but for something like what I'm doing, it was really hard to do. All right, so yeah, just an update. What I'm doing, maybe I'm gonna paint this head blonde, since I already did the eyes. I'll paint the eyebrows gold, and then yellow the hair, and then a coat of clear yellow, and it'll look real nice. And then some red lipstick, some blush, and she'll be perfect for a Dazzler. So yeah, I'm gonna make the Storm for myself, right? So I'm gonna make her really nice, because I'm gonna use the oils. So like I said before, when I get to the phase or the part where you do the eyes, Storm is gonna have really nice eyeshadow and really nice blush. So she's gonna look fantastic with the blue highlights on the white, and on her white t-shirt as well. So yeah, that's it. That's about it. So it's just an update. So I'm gonna get started this week. Hopefully I'll be finished. I'm gonna take it really slow. So probably it's gonna take me like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I'll just work on it a little bit every day. But it is a lot of work. So all you guys out there, just to know, because there's a lot of people that just don't know. And when you make a figure like this, it takes a long time to make. It takes a lot of hours of working on a figure. Sometimes a figure can take up to 15 hours, maybe even 20 if it's a lot of work. And you know, and if you're making quality work on top of that, that's a lot of hours. And if you do the math, just do the math. You do 20 times whatever you think it's the minimum a person should get paid, and then you have to take into account this is an artist who knows what he's doing, and he has skill. So even if you do it with minimum wage, you'll be pretty surprised how much it will cost to buy a really nice figure. So there's a lot of people out there, like, I've done figures and they just don't know, and then they're like, what, you know, that's too much and this and that. Well, you know, then you have to explain to them, and it's just like a constant thing that happens over and over again. So well, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. But this figure, I'm doing it for myself, so for my personal collection, because every time I make one, I sell them. So I should keep at least one really nice one that I'll make for myself, right? So I'm gonna make a nice Storm. Hopefully I'll make a Dazzler down the road, and a Beast, just like Glenn, former Glenn did, because he did an amazing Beast custom. And so I'll do that. I'll just be doing X-Men, because that's my favorite Marvel Legends group. I do have other favorites too, but that's like the main one. I'm looking forward to that Sentinel that's coming out with the Wolverine. Definitely gonna get that. All right, guys. So I don't want to talk too long, so I'll see ya. Keep collecting, and bye-bye.